impressive, right? To see that peek into all those classrooms right across the country. Poetry and Voice is also partnered with the Prize section of Canada Council. Richard Harrison won the 2017 Governor General's Literary Award for Poetry for his book on not losing my father's ashes in the flood. And Richard couldn't attend tonight, but hopefully he's watching through the live stream. What better tribute to a man who has written about his father's love of poetry recitation than a recitation of one of Richard's poems. So please join me and welcome to the stage the 2016 Poetry and Voice English champion, Enzo Campa.
With the Dying of the Light by Richard Harrison. I recited to him, now as I was young and easy, and in the cough-afflicted wheeze that was left of my father's voice, he answered under the apple boughs. And so it went between us, in the days I waited for him to recover, the way hope pillows its sails with nothing, or falter, fade, and pass away. You haven't heard. Time held me green and dying, though I sang in my chains like the sea, until you've heard it from the wizened mouth of a man living in the not knowing when before his death. This is the reply to the poet who longs for the old man to rage at the night and heed his child's plea. Don't go! My father's was the soft song of sickened lungs, lips that lost the taste for even one more swallow, while I waited with him in the light that faded as it drew close. I saw him in the doorway, silent as a mummy, hands clasped together like power shovels, tipped into the posture of the day's last work, the crew gone home for the night. Once he waved after days of Shakespeare and Dickens, the anthem of literature he'd been taught to love as his country himself, through which he spoke best the savage and gentle contradictions of his heart. I'd said, I love you, and he'd said, I love you too, without the artifice of poetry. And he waved when I moved from the bed, the way a boat pushed by a hand gone still at the dock carries yet its force across the water. It is here, now, what that hand held when it held itself up. The lull before the poem begins. The surrender when it's done.
Bravo. Bravo, thank you. Enzo, what a great way to start things off. Nous sommes ravis que Louise Dupré, gagnante du Prix littéraire du Gouverneur général 2017 en poésie, soit ici avec nous ce soir. Louise Dupré a remporté le prix pour son livre La main hantée. Louise, je vous demanderai de vous lever pour que tout le monde vous voie, s'il vous plaît. Je vous présente Louise Dupré. Nous souhaitons vous honorer, vous et votre œuvre, ce soir. Accueillons sur scène la championne bilingue 2016 des voix de la poésie, Marie Foolchand.
Ton territoire s'est construit par Louise Dupré. Ton territoire s'est construit malgré toi sur une plaie à ciel ouvert. Il inquiète les jours et leurs ailes, les nuits et leurs ailes. C'est sans repos où tu habites, un guet permanent. Tu voudrais délivrer du mal tous les oiseaux. Tu attaches des clochettes au cou des chats et tu te promènes, la tête dans la grisaille des nuages, en rêvant que ton geste ridicule puisse empêcher la ville de sombrer. Tu ne sauveras que quelques passereaux, mais tu agis. Tu oses agir avec l'espoir d'alléger un rien la détresse, puisque la détresse risque de t'emporter. Juste un geste, et ce mot tout droit sorti d'un autre siècle, charité, que tu récupères en cherchant une posture pour vivre adossé à l'abîme.
Bravo!